let's get real comfy. This is the life, man. Like putting on a full face of makeup and putting on your pajamas and sitting in front of a camera in your bedroom. What I wanted to say in this video was, I think I'm having a quarter life crisis. Why do I feel like anxious and out of breath? This makes me so nervous. Let's just breathe. Let's just breathe together. I think that'll be the most fun, right? It's been a hot minute since I've last sat here in front of this camera and talked to myself, but also directly into this lens, hoping that maybe it resolves something for me. I've been doing a lot of reflecting over the past couple days, a lot of introspection and just figuring out what the hell is going on. As I sit in front of you, I am a 25-year-old girl who has no idea what she's doing. So that's we're just gonna say that right off the bat. I do believe that this is what we would call a quarter life crisis. What I've realized is that I thought I had gotten away from the quarter life crisis. Like I thought I had one when I was 22 and I had a breakdown in the middle of Union Square and I decided I wanted to do something completely different with my life from everything I'd done prior. I was like, good, check. I'm 25 now, there's gonna be no quarter life crisis because I've already had one, right? Right. No, not right. It feels different this time. I don't feel like I'm on the verge of a breakdown. I do, however, feel confused and like I'm stuck. I was saying this morning to my friend Emily that like, it feels as though everything around me is moving so fast and I'm just moving in slow motion. That's like the best way I can think to describe it. And I also know that like the worst thing you can do in life is to compare yourself to others and compare your life to where you thought you would be and compare. Stop comparing things. I know I'm saying this out loud so that I stop comparing things, but it just feels like everything else is lining up for everybody else and not me. And it doesn't feel very fair. It feels like a big old slap in the face from the universe or the world or whatever it is, because I know deep down in my heart that it's not gonna stay this way forever, but the fact that it is like this right now sucks. And I'm like trying to be like happy and optimistic about it in some way by just like taking time and letting it break apart seemingly. Like I want my entire life to kind of like be in pieces so that I can then look at this piece and be like, hey, that worked for me or that didn't work for me. Great, put it away. This piece, wow, that really didn't work for me. Throw it away, kind of thing. Does that make sense? And that's not to say that like I am ungrateful for anything that's happened to me in my life or scared of the future, because I really welcome change and I would love to experience some kind of change from the way I'm feeling right now, but it's not happening. I don't know how to say this without being like, it feels like I'm doing everything wrong, but like, I've taken a lot of time for myself, including taking a break from social media, which I did this weekend because it was a long weekend, so I figured, hey, turn off all your notifications, put all your apps in like a little folder that says it's a trap, and then just forget about it for like 48 hours, which I did. So it felt kind of like I was disconnected from everything I'm used to, but it also felt nice to like not look at my screen for 6 hours a day or something crazy like that. I do follow this one person called Nadine Jane Astrology on Instagram. I'll put it here somewhere, I don't know. And I'm a Pisces, so that she gives us like monthly mantras to read, and so this one felt real spot on, so I'm just gonna read it for you because, you know. So it says, this month I will let myself break down. I will let myself fall apart. Fear, that won't stop me. Lack of time, I will make the time. The new moon on the 8th, which is today, wants me to unclench my fists and let go of the outdated internal systems so that there is room to build new ones that last. This month, I will trust that I can start again. Like really, just rip out my heart and put it on a plate and be like, here, Steph, this is what you needed to hear, because that's definitely what I needed to hear. This whole thing has like no real, this is like a stream of consciousness kind of thing. Like I'm just spitting out everything so that maybe it helps me, maybe it helps somebody who's watching. Anyway, what I've found that really helps me get through these times of like uncertainty and where I feel pretty like things are grinding but nothing's really moving. Things like music, watching old TV shows that I used to love, walking aimlessly, yoga, those are all things that I know will make me feel good and like I'm doing something and like I'm not necessarily alone in how I'm feeling, which I think is really powerful. I think if you can find those things that make you feel alive, then you have to kind of like tap into those things as much as you can. For like what it's worth, I feel really secure and like stable and happy in my own body, but I don't know if that like comes across on a daily basis, because there are things that I don't enjoy doing that I do, or I do enjoy doing that I don't do as much as I would like to. And it's just like this constant battle of like, where do I find myself? Where do I fit in? Kind of thing. That feels very deep, and like I just whipped that out of nowhere. But what I want to accomplish out of this now, I don't know, 18-minute long video that you're watching, is that you are not alone in this. Everybody goes through rough times, whether you want to put a label on it like a quarter life crisis, or whether it's something like, I don't know, you aren't happy with the way your day went, or you're anxious, or you're depressed, or you're upset with something. Not everything is gonna be fine all the time, and it's okay to be sad, and it's okay to be unsure. Just know you're not alone, because I feel that way right now. There have been times where I feel super anxious or super depressed, and I feel really alone, but this feels like a different kind of sadness. It's more of like an uncertainty, like with a dash of sadness. But I do have to say, it kind of feels good to just like openly, freely discuss things with a camera, weirdly enough. So anyway, I appreciate you taking the time to watch this, even if it was a useless video to watch, or if you got something out of it, grand. It's more of just a way for me to like express this in some way and not have to feel like there's a lot of like pressure around it. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go before I continue to ramble anymore, because it just seems like this is getting a little long. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for continuing to watch my content whenever it does come out, because that's, you know, few and far between usually. But anyway, I hope I will see you guys back here very soon. I don't know. No promises. Bye.